Freelance journalist Stefan Weichert is in Kharkiv in eastern Ukraine and joins me now. Stefan, we're hearing harrowing reports of extremely intense fighting. What is the latest?
Well, the latest is that the Russian soldiers are pushing really hard on the Severodonetsk. As you mentioned, they're trying to encircle a large amount of Ukrainian soldiers who are in the city and trying to get control of the full Luhansk region. And we are hearing reports that evacuations of civilians is continuing going on, and during that evacuation process, reportedly a French journalist also lost his life today. It's very fierce fighting where the Ukrainians keep defending, but where we hear that the Russians are making slow progress.
Volodymyr Zelensky has said that Russia essentially wants to completely wipe parts of eastern Ukraine off the map and is extremely frustrated. He has called for heavy weaponry, whatever he can get his hands on, to push back against the Russians. But it seems to me that appetite from certain European nations to help Ukraine is beginning to fade.
Yes, it does look like that. And I think that's the really big frustration here from Ukrainians, is to say that, well, we're seeing this about how the Russians are completely destroying the cities as they're moving on. We are hearing that civilians are getting hit, schools, universities, hospitals, kindergartens getting shelled. And there is just no understanding here among the Ukrainian known population and the leadership to understand why. Why are some of the European leaders, like the German Chancellor and the French President, not doing more?
And we heard over the course of Davos last week, various senior figures, including Henry Kissinger, former Foreign Secretary in the United States, suggesting there could be discussions of a ceasefire. You've had Olaf Scholz saying, well, we need to find a peaceful resolution. You don't fight fighting with more fighting. But this must spell disaster to the ears of President Zelensky when he is steadfast in defending his country.
Yes, you're right. I mean, on one side, Zelensky knows that the fighting is really harsh. And whilst Ukraine has success in some parts of the battleground, they are really in trouble in other parts. So on one side, he needs more help. And if he's not getting that, he's in a difficult situation. The whole country is in a difficult situation. But on the other hand, there is not really an understanding from either the Ukrainian leadership or the population, like, for example, in the city where I'm at now, to understand that how can we talk about a ceasefire? Because a ceasefire just means that Russia just will attack us later on, like they did here in February after a war that broke out back in 2014, and where there has been plenty of ceasefires, but that did not prevent what happened in February.